In this video, I'm going to show you how to create your own account and start selling. When you are on their landing page, you will see the Join option on the top right menu bar. Click on it and you will see a pop-up window. You can enter your email in this window to continue with the rest of the procedure, or you can choose to connect with your Facebook or Google. It's up to you on whether you choose to connect Fiverr to your social media platform or not. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you through entering my email address. Once you've entered your email address, click on the Continue button. Then, choose your username and key in your password. And once you're done with that, click on the Join button. You will need to activate your account. Check your mailbox for the confirmation email and follow the steps to activate your account. And that's all there is to it. You've created your own account. Moving on, to configure your own account, hover over to the username on the top right of the page. You will see an option of My Profile. Click on it and wait for it to load. You will then go to your profile page. You can edit the one-line statement here by clicking on this. Then you can add a photo to your profile. This is an essential part because your profile picture is going to represent the first impression to your visitors. So be wise on choosing your profile picture. You can also edit the About section here. Once you're done editing your profile page, click on the Save button to complete the procedure. Now, hover over to the username once again and click on the Settings option. There are 4 sections here, and I'm going to walk you through each one. Let's start with Public Profile Settings. You can add the languages you speak in this section as well. Click on the Add Language and select your options. Then click on Save Changes. In the Account Settings page, you can edit your full name and email address. The email address field will be filled automatically according to the email you've set in the beginning. In the case that you connect your account with your Facebook, it will be the email that you used for your Facebook. Same thing happens if you connect it to your Google account. You can edit your billing information here as well, such as your business name, house address, and so on. And once you're done, click on Save Changes. You can also set your own security question in the Security Settings tab. This is to prevent others from hacking into your account. You can choose not to set this up too. Moving on, the last tab is the Account Actions tab. You can change your password here, as well as terminate your Fiverr account. That's all there is to it. You can start selling now. We all know that you need a resume when you apply for a job or go for an interview. Your Fiverr profile works just like your resume when you don't just say a few words about yourself. Think about it. Before committing to a company, you will probably research their background, company history, and reviews. Trust me, Fiverr buyers act just like that too. On Fiverr, the first thing most buyers will do before they click the purchase button is to check out your seller profile. So your Fiverr profile is where you make your first impression on your buyers. By reading your profile, buyers will be able to understand you, know your background and experience, and most importantly, you can gain their trust. Believe me, your customers' trust is worth more than anything. Remember that your Fiverr profile is a part of you, so it's important that buyers get a real sense of who you are and what matters to you. Your profile will be an expression of your passion on what you are into and what you are capable of. With a groomed Fiverr profile, you can even build up a good reputation amongst your customers, which leads to higher rating profiles. There are a few ways to optimize your profile, so are you ready for this section? Get yourself ready and let's go. When a person sees something, that person relates to the picture or color first, followed by words and texts. So a proper profile picture is essential for your Fiverr profile. The first step is choosing a picture that conveys the value you want to show. Choosing an image of an object, an animal, or anything else that isn't you doesn't help. It looks like you're trying to be anonymous, which is something that doesn't increase trust. As I've said earlier, your customer's trust is gold. For your profile picture, you do not have to put on airs to look cool. Just be comfortable about who you really are. Let me give you a situation. If a person you don't know added you on any of your social media accounts with a profile picture of an animal, would you accept their request? It is highly unlikely that you would. Same goes with your customer. After all, your customer doesn't choose you because of the way you look. It is what is inside you that matters the most. You don't want to be an empty can that makes the most noise. To make customers take notice of you, your profile description comes in handy. This is because it helps to cement your customer's first impression on you in a space of 2 tweets. You will need to be genuine when you are writing your background and experiences. Don't be biased. Stay honest and make your description short and sweet. Being dishonest on your profile description will never help and may bring negative reviews instead if found out. The next thing you need to take note on will be your vocabulary, grammar, spelling, and punctuation. All these are important because they create a professional appearance. Your customers may not be a grammar expert, but they would definitely know a poorly written article when they see it. Keep this in mind. Fiverr is a marketplace created predominantly for English-speaking customers, so the odds are stacked against non-native speakers. Hence, it's time to brush up on your grammar. All customers will not reject a fast delivery. Every customer wants to be your first priority and hopes that you get things done as quickly as possible. If you're not able to deliver quickly, try not to delay. It will be a big turn-off to your customer and it lowers your customer's trust. However, you can always set your standard delivery days. For example, if your standard delivery day is 4 days, you may offer your customer an extra fast delivery, which is 2 days. But you need to know your limit and not overexert yourself. Positive reviews are the key to attracting more customers. Good reviews build confidence and make customers more likely to buy from you. People are more likely to trust highly rated products in general. Thus, you may need to do everything possible to take care of your customers and earn their 100% affirmation and 5-star reviews. Not to worry, I will teach you on how to get 5-star ratings in the next chapter. By the way, do not buy reviews or create fake reviews. If your work is not outstanding, customers will see through the fake reviews and figure out that you're padding your own gigs. In this case, not only do you lose your customers' trust, you also lose your special ranking if you are a new seller on Fiverr. No matter how small an amount $5 has become in today's world, it is still something we do not want to risk as a bad experience. It is better if you and your customer achieve a mutual understanding on the issue of refunding. For example, if you cannot make your order right, promise your customer that you will fully refund the amount back. A mutual cancellation can be done peacefully with the right attitude. It is normal for people to get really sensitive when it comes to money issues. Customers tend to get cranky when their orders fail to reach their expectations after spending a certain amount of money to get their work done. You will get complaints and negative reviews that touch on money issues. When this occurs in your profile, your reputation and the effort you put in could be discarded in a flash. To get more people to be aware about your profile, you can create content with a blog post. Use social media accounts like Facebook or Twitter to share. If you don't have the time to create content or don't have the motivation to do so, you can always post tweets with your links for informative and interesting articles related to your service. Use helpful software like Buffer to schedule your tweets to your posts in advance so that you won't have to keep posting in order to grab attention. But take note, continuous self-promotion will only irritate people and cause them to unfollow you. Hence, in order to grab people's attention, you might want to craft some good tweets with attractive images. As I've mentioned above, people look at the colors first. Long texts or content will only bore them. The time will inevitably come when there may be something wrong with one of your gigs, or you're having a problem with your account, or a buyer leaves a completely unfounded negative review, or something awful happens that can only be solved by Fiverr's customer support department. Attitude is important. You don't want to be rude to them as they are your lifelines. Last but not least, do not be a copycat. It is very important for you to know this. Do not copy even if you are desperate for great gigs to boost your profile. Copying is rude and dishonest. If you do so, you're stealing others' ideas to make your own profits. If the original seller finds out about this, they can launch a report against you. By getting reported from the original seller, not only will your gig get taken down, your entire account could get closed down too. So it is very important that you do not copy. Optimizing your Fiverr profile is more than just for the sake of introducing yourself. Your Fiverr profile is more than just a place to show your face and showcase a few words to describe what you can do for them. It can be an essential part where you can convert interested visitors into your customers. Buyers have only one place to understand the sellers, which is through the seller's profile. It is a matter of trust. Imagine that you are in the shoes of your buyers. Will you still buy from someone whom you know nothing about? Your Fiverr profile gives you a place to build up trust between you and them. So without further ado, let's get started. Like what I've mentioned above, your profile is the only way for your visitors to know more about you. Your Fiverr profile represents the first impression. It is a part of you, thus it's important that buyers can get a real sense of who you are and what your passion is. If the first impression cannot grab their attention, the chances that they will come back to your profile are low. If you are a newbie who has just started the business, you can build up your credibility and reputation as your profile is new with lesser reviews and feedback. Be wise in the choice of words and profile picture. Profile pictures do matter for some people because the visual image creates a larger impact than words. Optimizing your profile creates a higher opportunity to start a conversation with potential customers. The key is to put yourself in the shoes of your visitors. You will need to think like how they think. When visitors are skimming through profiles, what are the things that they will take note of? And what is the main thing that will catch their attention? These are the factors that you will need to take into consideration. When you have the opportunity to have a conversation with them, chances that they will buy from you are much higher. So what are the things that you can optimize on your profile? Basically, there are 6 parts in the profile. The first part, and also the most vital part, is the featured gig that you use to present yourself on Fiverr. If you notice, the first thing that buyers can see from a seller is none other than the featured gig picture. So be wise on choosing which picture to be used to represent your gig. The next part will be the profile picture. Your profile picture may be a small part on the gig page, but it creates a huge impact to the visitors as well. I will explain more on these features later on in this module. Moving on, if they click on your profile picture, they will then be directed to your profile page. This leads to the one-line statement in your profile. There is a new feature on Fiverr which allows you to write a one-line statement under your profile name to describe yourself. The next part is the About section on your profile page. The About section is there for you to build up your reputation and credibility. Use it to tell your visitors about what you can offer them and what you're passionate about. On the right side of your profile page is where you can show visitors your bestseller package. This could be the same as your featured gig picture, but it may be different sometimes. Finally, one of the most significant ways to help sellers communicate more effectively with potential clients is through recent reviews and deliveries. Without further ado, let's move into each section. As mentioned, the featured gig would be the first thing the visitors will get to see before anything else. Regardless as to whether you are being featured by Fiverr or not, the featured gig picture will be shown in the research results. It will be the bestseller gig offer that you have at that moment. When the visitors click on the featured gig, they will then be directed to the gig page. From there on, they may click on your profile picture to check out what else you can offer them. While the featured gig picture plays a role to represent your gig, your profile picture serves as the role to give them the first impression towards you as the seller. You must take the chance to cement that first impression towards your visitors. When you are filtering the pictures for your profile, choose the one that could represent you or your business. A profile picture that represents you will be best. They do not have any other way to see or know who the person who is dealing with them. The one-line statement is a short statement along your profile description. It can be edited on the My Profile page. Make use of this one-line statement. It is a great chance for the visitors to get to know you and trust you. When you are editing this section, think of the first statement that represents you. Write about what your passion is and who you are. Think of it as a way to brand yourself. In the About section, write a simple and clear description about you. You can include your sales record if there is any. Like I mentioned, this section is for you to build up your reputation and trust. Your sales records will be the most prominent thing that could build up the trust in a short period of time. Let the numbers prove your worth. There are other sections that tell the visitors about your service, such as delivery time, languages you speak, recent delivery, and so on. Some of the information will be filled in by Fiverr. This would be a good chance to give them more information about you. Be sure to convey the truth. Be honest to your visitors and do not promise them something that you can't deliver. That will definitely ruin the trust between you and them. The bestseller package is the small section on the right side of the page. It displays your most popular gig, gig extra, and gig description. This would be a great way to encourage increased sales. When buyers click on it, the gig page opens with a gig extra selected for them. When you get feedback from the other buyers, Fiverr will automatically display the feedback on your profile page. The buyers can see the reviews when they scroll further down your profile page. This would be the best thing ever, where you do not need to do the talking directly to them because the reviews will prove your worth. When you deliver quality work, people will come to you automatically. Positive reviews are like a magnet. You do not need to put in much effort to get buyers if you have plenty of positive reviews. This affects the purchase rate.